friends, this is Candy back with another video. If you are new here, welcome to Candy Coded Confidence. If you're returning, hey friend, I see you, girl. All right, so girls, we are getting into a sparse brow routine, okay? As you can see, this is me with a clean face, moisturized face. Brows are sparse, of course. And so we're gonna do a beginner-friendly sparse brow routine. No eyebrow gang, you see? All right, so first things first, you're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need an angle brush. You're gonna need a flat brush, a brow pencil of your choice. I have this dark brown LA Colors brow pencil. A concealer of your choice. I am using the Makiage Perfecting Concealer in the shade 14.5. And a brow pomade. And I am using the Anastasia Beverly Dipbrow pomade in the shade Ebony. First things first, typically for sparse brows and how I learned in the beginning to do my brows is to outline them, okay? And so you can either outline them with the pomade strictly, or you can use your pencil to create an outline and then from there fill them in with the pomade. And so that's the way that I'm gonna do it today. We're gonna first go into the eyebrow pencil. And you're gonna see me looking down because I'm actually looking in my mirror. And so you want to outline the bottom half of your brow. And you don't want to create a harsh line. So you want to do like easy strokes to outline the bottom. And it's like that. So you see, outline, bottom line. And so to create the top effect of your brow, you can naturally see where your brow hairs stop. And so you start there. I don't start at the very end. I start halfway. And I create the same small, light brow strokes. You don't need a heavy arch. You want to just naturally stop at the tip of the end of your eyelid. And then you want it to start in the corner of your eye. And so you see that I kind of made that just a general outline. And then you're gonna take that angle brush that I was showing you, and you're gonna actually start to blend it in, because you don't want the harsh lines of the brow pencil to show and make it look like they're actually drawn on, even though we draw them, okay? So you just brush them down and out to soften the lines. Because like I mentioned before, you're gonna go in and fill them in. This is just to blend everything so it can look as natural as possible. I'm not sure if everybody else has different shapes for their brows, but my brows tend to shape differently depending on the day. How much time I actually have to do them, honestly. I give myself just enough time to do them sometimes. And I tend to ombre the front, so whatever I have left on the brush, I start to stroke up to help create that ombre. And I go back over the harsh top line and blend. If you don't do anything else, blend, 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 blend. Even with the Dipbrow pomade, you want to blend. But for right now, this outline of the brow with the brown pencil is just to create shape. And so, it's not gonna look like much of nothing right now, but you can see how it's starting to take form, okay? Then you wanna go into your pomade, and you just want to dab a little bit. The good thing is this product goes a long way even with a little bit. So you want to put some on your angle brush and then wipe the excess off. And then start to fill in those areas that you notice were still sparse and open looking. You still stay in the confines of how you outlined your brow. Because like I said, for sparse brows, that's the most important thing. To know where to start and stop. Because if not, you're going to literally have a huge brow. And who be having those big brows in 2021? Nobody. So the goal is for them to be natural. And honestly, if I had my spoolie, I would take my spoolie to blend them in further. Because like I said, it still helps to create that effect of having a natural brow. Your hairs don't look unruly with it. And so you see, and you're going to see little spaces where you may need to fill in. So like there's this space right here. I just want to make sure it's filled in. And you don't need a lot. The key is to blend, baby. Blend, blend, blend. Like your life depended on it. Because we're going to clean it up later with the concealer, so don't worry about it being too perfect. So this is what this looks like. And sometimes your tail can look too harsh, or you may need to extend it so you still carry the shape of the brow. Don't overline it. I'm sorry. And with the pomade, sometimes it has to dry down a little. So just give it a second and then you can manipulate the product a little more. But the more that you blend, you lay the hairs down and then it actually covers what it needs to make the brow look natural. And so this is it, not cleaned up. And we're gonna rinse and repeat on the other side, okay? So we're gonna go through it again. We're going to outline with small light strokes where we want the bottom of the brow to be. And you carry it down for the tail of your brow. And you have an outline, you see? Outline. Just a starting point. Then you go back, go halfway, and start to create that top outline, and then drag it down. There's some trucks in my background, so if you guys hear that, my bad. Trash day. All right. Now we blend. Blending is key, okay? Blend, baby, blend. And this may seem tedious, but if you want them to look good and you don't have to do a lot later, you just blend. Blend, blend, blend. And I know we all know the staple of brows. Brows are sisters, not twins, okay? Because you're going to frustrate yourself trying to have two identical brows. And so, as long as you got a solid routine for your brows, you'll know how to do them and you'll be okay with how they look. And so we're still blending the pencil. Like I said, remember to stop at the crease end of your eye with your eyebrow tail. And then stop at the corner of your eye. And so, not the truck blowing horns too. I mean, I am recording. Okay, guys? But, so this is what it's looking like. Just me blending the pencil. And it ain't even bad if you wanted to do your brows just with pencil. I know people who still do that. I haven't did it personally in a minute, but I definitely know people who still do. So there's nothing wrong with that either. Yeah, like I said, if you got a spoolie, use the spoolie to lay those hairs down. Don't swipe too hard so don't drag the product where you don't want it to go, but definitely use your spoolie. I'm extra blending with the brush just because I don't have mine with me. So yeah, this is what it's looking like without me filling it in yet. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna jump into it though. Take a little bit, just dip that little dip, baby dip, and fill it in. Like I said, sisters, not twins. So sisters still look good together. Don't gotta have the same outfit on. So treat your brows the same way. Make them look good, but they may not be identical, and that's okay. Because like I said before long, we gotta still clean them up. And that's when the concealer comes in handy. Let's take my finger and wipe the excess and away, because you want it to still be at the line of where you drew. You drew it initially. And so, just keep blending. Like I said, that ombre in the beginning kind of makes it look more natural because, you know, we want it to look natural even though we are drawing them on. And I stand back and I look at how they look. Let's see if there's anything I need to do. And this by no means is like clean it up. It's just me removing the excess product that I see to know where I need to place more product, you know? We don't want no lazy brow, no sleepy brows. No, no, no. Okay, sorry about that. Trying to make sure I blend. We're gonna look at it and see how sis is looking. If sis over here is good, you don't want to do too much because, like I said, you want them to look good and natural. But you don't want to be doing too much. And so these are the natural shape, honestly, of my sparse brows with just the pencil and the pomade. And so, of course, we see areas where we can clean it up. And so that's where we're gonna move into next. And so to clean up your brow, you want to honestly take this flat brush that you have. Just add a little bit of concealer on the back of your hands like this. Put a little bit. just on the back, because you don't need a lot. We're not going to over conceal our brows. A couple of years ago, people were outlining the top and the bottom with their concealer. I don't do that. We're going to just do the bottom. And so with that flat brush, you want to get the product on the actual brush, not a lot. You want to put it on the back of your hand and blend it out so it's not a glob that you're going to initially put on there. And you're going to take it from the bottom of that line and stroke down. You're just outlining that bottom line with the concealer. Get more product as needed. I like this Makiage concealer. I had the foundation as well too. The foundation was really good. The price wasn't bad. The total came for the concealer and the foundation came to about $70, $80 with tax. And they do a really good skin match. And this, based on your skin match for your foundation, they recommend concealers. And so I got the 14.5, which is like a natural concealer for me, more so. And then I bought the 13 as well to have more of a highlight. And so, like I said, with the flat brush, you want to just stroke down and outline the bottom line. Sorry, it's first thing in the morning, and I wanted to get this video out to y'all because we going live today. So now we're gonna do the other one. We're gonna take the remaining product. You don't need a lot of concealer. Babies, don't over conceal y'all face, okay? It ain't even necessary. And it's gonna outline and stroke down. And go all the way to the end. Because after we outline it with the concealer, we gotta take the beauty blender and blend it out. Let me grab my beauty blender. Not on the table though. Okay, so hold on. My chamomile tea. I love a good warm tea first thing in the morning. Give me a sec. All right, so I'm back. It is wet. Always still dampen your beauty blender. Once you have your beauty blender dampened, you want to blend. And I take the tip part. I have a pointy part. Usually that's when I do my under eye. But this tip part I take and I blend. If y'all haven't understood by now, blending is important. So blend, baby, blend. You don't want no casty eyebrows to look all crazy. You want it to be nice, blended, and natural looking. Comment below if anybody's done microblading, because I literally have to consider it. And honestly, if you're a sparse brow girl, you know how that feels. And even if you're not a sparse brow girl and you got your eyebrows microbladed, let me know how that went, because this is about, I'm really ready to drop this money to have it done, because it can honestly save about 10 to 12 minutes of my makeup routine. And so, like I said, even if you were to outline the top with concealer, you would still blend. But yeah, microblading, definitely considering it, because I want to save some time. But the only thing with microblading is your brows stay the same. And like I told y'all before, my brows change depending on my mood, depending on the occasion, depending on how my hair is. So, but yeah, doing brows is literally the first step of my makeup routine. I do them first, before I conceal or anything like that. My face typically would have already been primed, so to get ready for my foundation, I use Milk Hydro for my primer. But yeah, brows are looking about done. And so, all right, y'all, tell me what you think. I think this is good because when I come back and do my full face, you know, it'll actually match the look that I'm trying to go for. And so, yes, lovely. So this is a sparse brow routine for beginners. I hope that it wasn't too complicated. Ladies, y'all can do this now. Don't be afraid. Figure out what your brow language is. All right, lovelies. All right.